everyone, it's Code Bunny here, and this week I'm excited to be showing you this amazing game. This here is Overfall. Unfortunately, it came into general release at the same time as Overwatch, and similarity in name may have meant it was overlooked. I'm sorry. It bears no resemblance. It is basically what would happen if Sid Meier's Pirates had a baby with Final Fantasy Tactics and World of Warcraft was its surrogate mum. At the start, you choose two classes, others are unlocked in subsequent playthroughs. Objectively speaking, you'll want to go tank healer to begin with, though I found zerging through with two heavy DPS is brilliantly fun, particularly when you unlock the other two party members. Person Ernie here starting on easy mode, not because I'm terrible, but because RNGesus is a bastard and I got fed up. Similarity to Sid Meier's Pirates is in the world travel. Gameplay is split into combat and discovery, sailing between various randomly spawning islands which will be inhabited by humans and one other race, depending on the climate of said island. For instance, Tundra features the Forsaken, Barons the Orcs, and Elves of course live in forests. Landing on an island will trigger a random event which ranges from very short to extensive quests that will take you right across the map. At the end of the quest, you'll be rewarded with currency, food and so on, and reputation points for whichever faction you favoured during the quest. I've laughed my arse off at a lot of these. This game is incredibly funny and the writing is top notch. The basic premise for the story is reputation building via questing and a race against time as a progressively aggressive force of Vikings rampages across the map. Making matters worse, as you gain reputation with one faction, you gain the ire of the opposing faction, meaning the end of the game is often a fraught and exciting scramble to the finish. Combat is fantastic. It's not often you see hex grid combat, and it's done really well in Overfall. Each turn is separated into 3 stages: movement, utility, think buffs and healing and so on, and then attack. This formula makes for a great element of strategy and forward planning, particularly if you've gained a persona such as Incensed, which for some reason my characters always seem to develop, which punts surrounding characters several hexes away at the start of a turn. Bert here gains my favourite persona, Ferocious, because I'm really immature. To explain, personas are character traits that you usually gain at the end of combat, and are triggered situationally. For example, if you spend too much time being knocked about by the undead, you'll either gain a hatred of them and therefore a damage buff, or, and this is where that bastard RNGesus comes in, a fear of the undead. I've had several playthroughs which have left my characters a gibbering, completely useless wrecks. Reputation gained through questing has a twofold function, pushing forward the story and unlocking 2 extra party members. Random encounters lead to NPCs which are hired to fill these slots. There are hints in game as to where these are. These party members also gain personas and, legit, screw the goddamn Death Knight because he always sucks in my games. I haven't felt rage against that class since everyone was rolling DKs in Wrath. One last thing, on the left you can see the faction reputation level and below it the progress of the invading forces. Reputation works as it does in World of Warcraft, going in stages from friendly through to exalted, and faction specific quests unlock at each level. This is legitimately some of the most fun I've had in an RPG in quite some time. I did wonder if I'd find it repetitive or frustrating as I had done rogue-lite, and then I discovered I'd poured nearly 20 hours into it at the time of recording this. If this seems like the sort of game you'd like to play, then you can get it on Steam. Don't be dissuaded by the fact it's an unknown indie company. I'd like to give a quick shout out to the devs at this point. When I first started recording this game, I hit a fairly major bug, but within literally 3 hours of contacting them, they'd fixed it and sent out a patch to everyone, which is absolutely stellar of them. Once again, thank you very much for paying attention to me for this long. If you wish, leave a like, subscribe, please leave a comment, and I shall see you next time.